A fugitive bunny, Sailor Moon, and alien house. These are all words I will seamlessly use in the next couple of minutes as I talk about today's artists. Hi, I'm Mangoji, and to the Mango Muster I welcome you to a video that no one asked for, where I look into 3 artists, NewJeans, Varnish La Piscine, and Priya Ragu, in a new series I've creatively titled MangoMusic. On this channel, I look at movies, TV shows, trends, really anything media that is cross-cultural. But in an episode of MangoMusic, I want to dive into artists, albums, and music trends that are cross-cultural. And today's artists are incredible, with a ton of talent, but how hard can it really be, being a talented artist? I actually used to make music back in the day, and as an exclusive on this channel, I'll play a bit of my old tracks. I'll play one track, but first, Varnish La Piscine. Varnish La Piscine is a Swiss-Congolese producer and rapper who one of my friends put me on to last year. I enjoyed his music so much, his album was one of the nominees at the prestigious MangoMusic Awards for my favorite album. After you're done with this video, I recommend you listen to his single Love Boat he made with some other artists. The collaboration was particularly cross-cultural.
Je vais faire une musique avec Charlotte dos Santos de Oslo et Joyce Rice de Los Angeles.
Let's go! You don't get more cross-cultural than a Swiss-Congolese artist doing a collab with a Japanese-American artist, Joyce Rice, who lives in LA, while also collaborating with the Norwegian-Brazilian Charlotte dos Santos, who lives in Oslo. Varnish has 3 albums out. Le Regard qui tue, his debut album, which has a detective mystery theme throughout. It's the album I listen to the least out of all 3, but it by no means is a bad album. LQRT is my favorite track on here. His next album is Metronome Pole Dance Twist Amazon, which is easily the funnest, danciest, and the namiest album of the 3. Kiss is my favorite track on this album. This Lake is Successful is his latest album. It's 7 tracks of just fire. Ceviche and Ring Island are the standouts for me. As soon as you put on one of his projects, you notice the Pharrell and Tyler the Creator influence, but particularly Pharrell. Hot take, out of all the artists I've ever heard in my life, Varnish sounds the most like a Pharrell successor. In an interview, he said Pharrell was such an influence, he looked to him as a masculine figure growing up. That's good for Varnish, because my masculine figures growing up included Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon. Yes, Sailor Moon. And no, I'm not about to do this Sailor Moon choreography. Y'all know Pharrell has a free album he didn't release on streaming this year? You can stream the songs or you can download them for free, and it's completely legal with no strings attached. I love Pharrell's production, and by extension, I end up liking anyone who he inspires.
It's so crazy how much he loves Q-Tip, because it's crazy.
Almost as much as you love him.
Probably not as much.
One more point about Pharrell. In this interview, the interviewer asked him if he and Pharrell will ever make music together.
Est-ce que vous imaginez faire de la musique ensemble ou pas? Je vais te poser la question.
Avec Pharrell?
Ouais. Tu peux me dire, je te réponds pas, mais on va m'en vouloir si je pose pas la question.
Varnish doesn't answer him directly, but laughs and says life is good and he can't say anything. I think they've probably worked together, and I have another theory that he's worked with Tyler the Creator because Tyler kept mentioning Geneva on Call Me If You Get Lost, and this picture. Varnish also has a short series on YouTube he released along with his This Lake is Successful album that's really well made. Varnish is an all-around talent, and I think it's criminal he doesn't have more attention. I'm convinced he would be bigger if he was from the US or if English was his primary rapping or singing language. In an interview, Varnish said, This Lake is Successful isn't necessarily about Lake Geneva, it's any lake. But I take it as Lake Geneva, cause well, I've been on the lake a couple of times and it certainly has magical properties. I believe the exposure gave me super producing powers. I actually used to produce back in the day, I wasn't lying. Some would say my producing wasn't any good. In fact, some would say it was shit. But Piccolo always told me to lean into my craft. Lean into it, he would say. You want to hear the first song I ever made? I made it in 10th grade during my spring break at my Bible teacher's parents' house. Here's the snippet. Okay, that's enough. I'll play 30 seconds of it at the end of the video. I'm gonna expand the "this lake is successful" claim to "this country is successful" because our next artist is also Swiss Sri Lankan to be exact.
So I started to listen to music once my parents went out or went to work, press play. And at that time I didn't even speak English. I was writing down the lyrics. There was no genius.com. So I was really like, listen to the song from Lauryn Hill or Brandy or India Arie, and I would practice.
I first heard Priya Ragu when I saw clips of this Aha Dream Boiler Room set. Okay, I messed up there. It's not Aha Dream, it's I Had a Dream, like Martin Luther King. I had a dream. I don't know what I was on. Heads up, I say it wrong one more time. Also, please subscribe to the channel. I forgot to mention that in the video. That one simple click makes a huge difference. These videos take a ton of time to make, so I would really appreciate it. Okay, now play the I Had a Dream clip. The final song he played on this set was a version of what would become Taka. I saw that the song was by Skrillex, Aha Dream, Contra, and Priya Ragu. I'd never heard of Priya Ragu, so I did some digging. Priya Ragu was a buyer of airplane parts for Swiss Air until she decided she wanted to make music full-time. I only discovered her this year, but if I had discovered her last year, she easily would have won the Album of the Year at the 2023 MangoMusic Awards.
Yeah, buddy, the most prestigious award show in the galaxy.
The MangoMusic Awards. Her tracks are produced by her brother, Jaffna Gold, who is an important part of the equation. Out of all the artists I talk about today, I think she does the best job of making the different genres in her album work, particularly for her Santosum album. Relative to most albums, there's a large range of genres that you wouldn't typically see together on one record. She's got tracks like Hit the Bucket, Black Goose, Let Me Breathe that have a Tamil bass, while also being Western pop. She's got R&B tunes like Cornerstone and Lovely Day. Vacation is a pop dancehall tune, and Easy is a garage tune. Also, quick aside, if you speak with an American accent and you're talking about the music genre garage, do you say garage in an American accent, or do you say garage like I just did? I've seen so many attempts at putting two or more genres on one track, and a lot of the time the attempts range from bad to satisfactory. In my opinion, Jaffna Gold and Priya hit it out of the park. Also, sorry if I'm categorizing some of these genres incorrectly. Let me know of a better classification for any of these artists in the comments. I'm not particularly well versed in South Asian genres. Priya also has vibrant, colorful music videos. I would definitely check them out on her YouTube channel. It's visually stunning, and the people in the video have funky and some fly fits on there. Switzerland has featured twice, and admittedly that has definitely played a part in me liking Varnish and Priya Ragu more. If you've seen my TCK video, then you know that I grew up here. And growing up in a country you see sparingly in entertainment, you get excited when it comes up, like Switzerland and Wolf of Wall Street. That's Lake Geneva, the lake Varnish is on in his short series, by the way. Switzerland also features in Contagion, Black Panther, and Rick Ross shot a music video in Geneva, which was a big deal to some of us at the time. On Tyler the Creator's Call Me If You Get Lost, he mentions Geneva a couple of times.
Cheese?
You have a cheese room?
Yeah. You want to try it?
Guys, don't forget we have a concert.
I think anyone from a not well-known city appreciates a shout-out. So shout out to Rancho Cucamonga, and shout out to the people in Chañaral, Chile, and Kitmanshoop, Namibia. Big announcement for my Patreon members. For every future MangoMusic episode, there will be an accompanying playlist as well as a radio mix I make available exclusively for my Patreon. I previously posted a J. Cole feature run, so I've made a mix and a playlist on that is already up. This whole idea was inspired by Derek G, by the way. Check out his YouTube channel. And big shout out to all my patrons who've been supporting me for well over a year. Thank you so much. And a big thank you to Dan Campbell for signing up for the Mansa Musa Mango tier, the grandest of tiers, which gets your name on the screen. Join my Patreon if you'd like to access these mixes, or if you want to see your name on the screen. Finally, let's talk about NewJeans, a South Korean girl group composed of Minji, Hani, Danielle, Hairen, and Hien. Okay, I'm watching myself say that back, and I can do a better job at those names. All right, so we got Minji, Hani, Danielle, Hayden, and Hayne. There you go, much better. NewJeans, introduce yourselves.
안녕하세요, 뉴진스입니다.
They have this unique, bright bubblegum pop sound mixed with many other hip-hop genres. My first memory of them was of their Oh My God song and dance, and I'm definitely not gonna do the dance for you guys. That'd be... My other first memory of them was trying to figure out the agenda of this very clearly fugitive bunny that's on some of their single and album covers in different colors. This bunny is very clearly up to something, but I guess we'll just pretend like it's not. NewJeans have a small discography, and some of my standouts are Right Now, which has some samba elements with drum and bass, but it's pop. Supernatural, it's New Jack Swing, and I never thought a K-pop group would have New Jack Swing while also sampling harmonies from a Japanese song that Pharrell produced. Stumbling on facts like this is one of my favorite parts of virtual crate digging. Super Shy is drum and bass in Jersey Club, the cover art is Powerpuff Girls, and the intro actually mimics the Powerpuff Girls intro. Ditto is drum and bass in Jersey Club. Get Up is one of my favorite NewJeans tracks that sounds like a Her interlude. I hope they make more songs like this in the future. NewJeans, the song, is Garage and Jersey Club, and maybe my favorite song of theirs. You know, the first time I heard Jersey Club was in boarding school. I was 14 or 15, and it was my friend from Jersey that introduced it to me. And first time I heard drum and bass was just growing up in Europe. And I never thought in my 30 years on this earth, or however long I had been alive until I heard NewJeans, I never thought those two genres would be on one track and work incredibly well, and it would be through a bubblegum pop K-pop group. I'm really excited to see what they have in store for their debut album. Listen, y'all, this has had me in a chokehold for the past week of editing this video. They're great dancers, but that Harlem Shake, that Harlem Shake right there, play that back one with the, that Harlem Shake, it's on point. And listen, the best Harlem Shake probably comes from Harlem or New York, and Bow Wow had his little Harlem Shake back in the day, but this one is smooth. If you're a hip-hop fan, I would love to hear how you receive NewJeans as they borrow from the genre heavily. Additionally, if you're a garage, drum and bass, or jungle fan, do you mess with NewJeans? I'd love to know in the comments. One of my favorite parts of cultures mixing is seeing the way a culture interprets an art form that originated thousands of miles away. I love instances of respectful interpretation paired with advanced execution of an alien art form. And I actually have deeper critique for all the albums and artists covered, but my main goal for MangoMusic is to put people onto artists or give motivation to go listen to them if they're on their music waitlist. Recommend artists for me in the comments that would fit MangoMusic. Maybe it's an album or a music trend that captures genres from all over the world, or it captures this cross-culturalness. Thanks for watching. Please check out my radio show and my accompanying playlist on Patreon. As promised, it's time to play my song. The genre is Alien House, and if this doesn't put me in the convo with the artist covered today, I don't know what will. Again, thanks to my Patreon members, but really thanks to Piccolo and Usagi-chan. I couldn't have done this without you guys.